Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick Theriot. Today I have an exciting video for you guys. I posted a post the other day essentially, hey, what's some questions you have around Facebook ads and stuff like that, and I'll create a YouTube video around that's kind of answering all of them. So I got roughly like 10 comments. Could go through right now and answer them for you guys. So a little Q&A session, a little jam session real quick. So before we get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That being said, let's dive into it. I'll be sipping on a little 3D as well during this video. This is a 3D Alpha Land version, which is actually pretty good. 3D is pretty good. I think my favorite one right now is Glitch Energy though. Glitch Energy, and I just didn't have my shaker cup, so I just picked this up. But Glitch Energy, you can use code NT20 Nick Theriot for 20% off, and I drink that every single day. So I'll do another video on that soon. But anyway, let's hop into the very first question. Very first question comes from Flying with Anything 27. Who is the best hires for creative creation? Like, what people compose this team? So I don't really know where you're at right now, so I don't really know. Like, I could tell you, hey, go hire, a visual director, go hire a copywriter, go hire a video editor, and go hire a team of actors, and that might cost you 50 grand a month right there, just in expenses. But you also might only be making $1,000 a month, and you need something very low ticket. So I'm going to give you kind of the hybrid route. What I would do is go to nolimitcreatives.com, go to No Limit Creatives, use their unlimited design service. It's two different packages. There's one like for $400 a month for just video, one for just photo for $400 a month. So you have two options, or you can do like an $800 version a month, and you get both unlimited video and unlimited photo per month. Now, again, these are just editors. This is just a tool. So if you use the tool incorrectly, it's not their fault. You used it incorrectly. Okay. So that's a really good tool. You can also leverage something like Incense or Billow. I've done videos on both UGC platforms, to where you can send them a brief, and again, it's a tool. So if you send them the wrong brief, you mess up the brief, then you're not going to see the results you want. So send them a brief. You can create a bunch of different briefs and figure out which one converts the best in the ad accounts, and then from there, just keep using that same brief. Okay, so you got that. That's a really great way. And then you're just a strategist creating briefs, sending to Billow. Billow sends you it back. You take that video, create a little brief, send it to No Limit Creatives. They can edit the video, and boom, that's it. There you go. You got a small little creative production team. Now, more for an agency side, what goes into it? Usually you have your strategist, which your strategist is basically the person that's like, hey, we need a UGC video. Let's hit on the angle of, people unboxing it. Okay. And then the copywriter will go write out the copy, or like the intro copy, the titles and stuff like that. That's going to basically be seen across the video. And then from there, they'll send it off to the UGC person to film it. And then what we'll do is we'll have a video editor right there. Go ahead and edit the video following that brief right there. So same things. It's just you're leveraging people versus like companies and stuff like that. So yeah, so hopefully that works out. That's two different ways. So you can either do services for copy and video editing, or you can use people, which again, the people is gonna be more expensive. You're gonna pay anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 per head per month. So that's gonna obviously raise your expenses right there. So next question from Shivani Corwell. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Really hope I am. The testing, scaling, and ad reviving process. So when you first test audiences and creatives, how you scale them by stacking in separate new campaigns, and once those campaigns die down, how you revive them by refreshing creatives, and just overall process, and how these three link with one another in terms of steps and ad account structures, as in testing and scaling campaigns existing at once, and structures if you refresh creatives in the same campaigns or new ones. Okay, very, very simple. One campaign or two campaigns. One's your scaling campaign. Okay, scaling campaign, you have one ad set in it. Broad, age, gender, location. US, I'm targeting men 18 to 64 in USA. Okay, cool. One ad set, one campaign. Boom. Broad, I don't know, maybe $500 a day CBO, whatever you're starting at. Okay, you have all your winning ads in that one ad set. Boom, clear. Okay, you're cruising at that. Start to see performance dip. Okay, your ROAS starting to die down. So you need to test new ads. Okay, so what you do is you create a second campaign, call it creative testing. Okay, take your broad ad set and put it at like $50 or $20 USD daily. Okay, test 3 new ads in it. Doesn't work, kill that ad set. Test 3 more new ads, and a new ad set. Boom. So you just keep creating ad set, new ad set, 3 new ads, boom. Doesn't work, new ad set, 3 ads in it, boom. Doesn't work, boom. Until you find that winner. You might have to test 50 ads before you find a new winner. Once you find a winner, you simply copy that ad and you paste it in your ad set that's already live in your scaling campaign. Simple as that. Test in one campaign, paste them into your other. That's it. That's the reviving process. I'm not creating a new campaign for each new ads. I'm not creating new ad sets. I'm leveraging one campaign, one ad set, winning ads. Simple as that. So there's nothing confusing about it. It's fairly easy. I have videos on how I do my creative testing process. That explains that whole structure right there. I also have videos on how I keep things simple. Basically, I have 2 videos that covers both of those things that just recently posted if you go on my channel. All right, next one. Noah Clark, ad storyboarding. I want to be more efficiently communicate with both my clients and my contractors concepts for creative angles we need to test. All right, so Nick Shackelford just did Geek Out San Diego. I want to say it was San Diego and or Dubai. I'm not sure yet, but everyone said that the biggest thing that he learned, or like one of his biggest takeaways, was your quality of your creative brief dictates the results you'll get with your Facebook ads. Okay, so if you do a very poor creative brief and send it over to Incense or Billow, or you give a very poor brief to No Limit Creative, so what you want them to do with these ads, you're gonna get a poor quality ad, and it's not their fault, it's your fault because you've done a poor job at briefing the team of what you need done. Okay, so great way for ad storyboarding. I have a video on that where I just basically break it down. Like, here's scene 1, what I want scene 1 to look like. Here's the second scene, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so I have a video on that, very easy. It's like called like how to create Facebook ad creatives that convert. Okay, so I have that on that storyboarding side. Now, when it comes to the brief side, what I find that works amazing is finding an ad or a creative that some other companies running. Okay, so let's say if it's a UGC video, like Athletic Greens has some amazing UGC videos, so I ripped a bunch of them and then I basically use those as an example when I want my creative team to create some new ads, so UGC ads. So if I want that same style UGC, I'll send that like ad over and be like, hey, can you replicate this ad but in our branding and our tone of voice, and obviously with our product, and they'll just replicate it. That's probably one of the most easiest and most efficient ways starting off, because you can send that ad over to the actors of what they need to do. You can also send that ad over to your editors, so when they get that footage back from those actors, they know what to edit. And then you can just say something simple as like, use our branding, use our colors for the actors, use our tone of voice, those things like that. That helps. But yeah, the level of your brief dictates the quality of results you're going to get. And one of the easiest ways to increase your brief is by just providing visual examples. Okay, emulate and replicate ads first before you go out there and try to like freehand them yourself. That's probably one of the best pieces of advice I can give to you on that perspective right there. All right, next one. Defined. When testing creatives as you demonstrate in your most recent video, if the CTR is low, below 1.5 for example, should you kill the ad before it reaches 3x CPA or 1x AOV? Okay, so if we launched a new set of ads and their soft stats are looking really bad in terms of CPC and CTR, it kind of depends. Okay, it's a tough question. So let's say, for example, as a baseline, we know, and every account will be different in this perspective right there. So like one account, we might see a 1% CTR and a $1 CPC as the average for a good ad. Okay, and right off the bat, we launch some new ads and we see a 0.5 and a $3 cost per click. Okay, we know that it's probably won't get the results that we want. Okay, some accounts, vice versa. So it just depends in that situation. It depends on how well you know the accounts. If you have a bunch of successful ads on an account, you're scaling well, and you launch a set of ads and you know that, hey, if it doesn't have a better than 1% and $1, it's gonna be a bad ad, then just cut it. Like, just call it a day. Okay, so it just depends, honestly. It's whether you should cut it or not early. Now, obviously, like if you have a 1% and a $1 and you see that the CTR is like 0.3% and your CPC is like $4, like obviously you're going to want to cut that as well. So yeah, I'll look for extreme cases. That's the only time that I'll cut it early for CTR and CPC, is if it's extremely bad, then I'll cut it early. If it's somewhat lower than normal but still like in a reasonable area, like within the ballpark, then I'll just let it run. for the full 3x CPA or 1x AOV, whatever you're looking at. That's it right there. All right, purpose. What about high ticket ecom? $1,000 plus products. How would you go about that? I'd first sell a low ticket product and then upsell the high ticket product one. But I would like to hear, how would you do it? And how would that funnel be? Would you upsell it before they check out as a squeeze page, or would you send them to collection page after they check out? Would you send them to collection page, or would you send them, send them directly to a specific product? A funnel review where you go through the landing page, collecting pages would be insightful. Okay, so for high ticket ecom, it just depends on what you're selling right there. So let's say, for example, I need a treadmill. Okay. Or not even a treadmill, like this desk I'm sitting at right here. When I needed this desk, I didn't sit there, oh, let me go through a funnel for a little, I don't know, let's say something related to this desk, a mouse pad. Okay. It wasn't like a mouse pad. I got a mouse pad ad, I clicked on it, then I was like, oh, do you want this desk? No, like I needed the desk. So I went out there and I looked at desk, and then all of a sudden I started hitting with a bunch of ads. And that's how I discovered Autonomous, because I was in the market for another desk. Got hit by Autonomous stuff. I love their ads. They did a very good job, their branding and all that good stuff right there. And ultimately I purchased from them. So high ticket ecom, number one challenge you're gonna have is attribution. So if you're not using Triple Well or Wicked Report, stuff like that, you're gonna be in a really big problem spot, because with Facebook, anything out of a 7-day window doesn't track anymore. So that's where you really need a third-party attribution software. Now, and that's because the sell cycle might be 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You know, it took me 2 weeks of seeing ads from Autonomous before I finally pulled the trigger. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing, like if you do a low ticket product first, like it just depends. Like usually high ticket ecom, you're in the market for that. Low ticket product first. The problem I have with selling a low ticket product than a high ticket product are like, hey, here's a product that you don't even want, so buy this first before I show you what I really have. Like the problem I have with that is that I may attract the wrong crowd, and two, the people who are ready to buy right now are not going to want to buy a little product first or like get upsold or something like that. They just want the main product. So me personally, if a brand came to me, because I don't have any high ticket like e-com stores right now, if a brand came to me and said, hey, I want to do high ticket, the first thing I'm going to do right there is just start articulating a bunch of ads, creating some really good creatives. Like your creative for high ticket ecom has to be spot on. Like if Gucci and Louis Vuitton were taking videos and photos with their iPhone 6, they would get slaughtered in terms of their performance. But they use some very high piece, you know, some DSLR camera, stuff like that we use for this. So create some really good creatives and really pinpoint who's buying your audience, who's your audience purchasing. When I was looking at Autonomous, they had some very high quality creatives. They were really articulating to me all the benefits and features of the product very well. They were also showing me many different desk setups and stuff like that that people have built over time. And I loved it. So yeah, that's what really, and their creative and their messaging and their branding all spoke to me. And honestly, none of it was even $100 off. I didn't get one discount ad for Autonomous in a purchase, because discounts are pretty much limiting beliefs in your mind, because you're like, oh, I wouldn't spend that, you know, and that's a whole nother video. Don't want to talk about that right now. Long story short, high ticket e-com, just focus straight on the product and just come up with a shitload of high quality creatives for it and keep testing. And the only thing you're going to want to change is your testing process. So if our CPA for $1,000 product, or if our AOV is $1,000, I don't want to spend $1,000 on an ad before I figure out if it's bad or good. I'm probably going to want to look at a different metric, like maybe add to cart. So if I know, all right, $1,000 product is you know, if we got to spend $1,000 to determine an ad works or not, because $1,000 is 1x our AOV, then all right, what's our add to cart? Our add to cart rate's $50. I might spend like $150, $200, and if it doesn't get an add to cart, I'm gonna turn it off. So I might just use a different metric like that, combined with like CTR and CPC and like others metrics and stuff like that. So, but I would just send it straight forward. I make a really badass landing page for it, consistently optimize that landing page. Product just directly adds to product. And a lot of content and creative around it to really articulate to people why they need this product. So that's all I would do right there for that. JD, what would you do creative wise on Facebook ads if you had access to images but not any video content? That's a very easy one. I would take those images and turn them into videos. So I've seen this a lot with a few different like brands online. I've seen it. Like they'll take this photo, like maybe this 3D bottle right here, okay? Take a photo of it. You just got this 3D bottle. Well, you can crop me out and you just have a plain white background now of this 3D bottle. Well, I could animate it to kind of come across the screen now as a video doing this, using that photo. I can, I don't really know what the flavor is, but let's just pretend it's lemons, like a lemon flavor. I can have a bunch of lemons and fruits and stuff like lemons and stuff like that around it with a yellow background. And I can make a really good ad with just an image. You don't necessarily need a video, but you can create some powerful stuff with images with just really good video editing. You need to find a motion graphic designer is what you need. Motion graphic designer specializes in things like that. It's animating things with 2D elements, and that's perspective right there. Specifically someone that's experienced with at least 4 or 5 years in Adobe After Effects. And that's going to allow you to create some really powerful video content. And yeah, that's simple as that. So and sometimes even images like still crush it. Like we still use a lot of images. I personally prefer video, and it's mostly just because I can hit on a lot of key elements in that one video versus a photo, but I still see photos slaughtering it sometimes on certain products. So it's nothing wrong if you just can do images. You can turn images into products, just get creative with it. All right, AAB. Facebook creative versus TikTok creative. All right, so I've talked this before. I tell this all the time to our clients. Your Facebook creative will not work on TikTok 90% of the time, or 80% of the time. I say that. Every time we tried a Facebook creative on TikTok, it didn't work, and except a few exceptions here and there. Now, TikTok, we've had TikToks carry over to Facebook and actually worked well. Okay, so the difference between TikTok and Facebook is that Facebook's more ads, like your standard structure of ads, but TikTok is more content marketing. Okay, you could, like, for my example is that YouTube right here, YouTube is content marketing heavy. Okay, I create a lot of content, building trust with you guys, relationship with you guys, and showing you guys, demonstrating you guys how to do what I do. And I have brands that reach out to me all the time to work with me. That's how I get all my clients from my agency. Okay, so if I would just do an ad, let me run your ads, here's why you need to run my ads. Like, you guys wouldn't watch it. No one really would want to watch it, but people would love to watch a video on how to create Facebook ads that convert. And I demonstrate to you how to do that. And then they're like, oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's a lot of work. I don't want to do it myself. This guy seems like he knows who's the one. I want to work with them. So TikTok, in the sense of, is a lot more content marketing in that example of putting a clever way of, here's my day today. Like, here's my day today. I start every morning with, 3D energy drinks. And then you can grab your own 3D from going 3denergydrinks.com and then continue on with the story. So telling a story with your product placed in it. I know that's a big trend. The second thing is you need to replicate trends on TikTok. So TikTok, you can go to the TikTok ads library or something like that. You can find up and coming trends, and you want to replicate the trends that are currently active on TikTok. And I know the sun, this whole is like really bad right now, but one more comment to get through after this. So you want to replicate TikTok trends, or you want to create ads or create stories with the product weaved into it. So that's what we're noticing on TikTok. Whereas Facebook, you can create your standard ad of grabbing attention, yada yada yada. And I mean, story ads always worked well on Facebook. It's just slightly different on TikTok. So do research, really look at your niche and stuff like that. Look what people are creating and then replicate it for you and launch that for TikTok. All right, horseshit. I see his name so bad. I'm so sorry for watching this video. If a creative has performed well for 3 weeks and then suddenly ROAS drops, why does this happen? Is there any way to fix it? Okay, essentially your creative is not performing anymore. You need new creative. Like, easiest way to explain it. Okay, so when you launch an ad, Facebook, targets your audience. So like, let's say for example, like you have 1 million people in your audience. Okay. Out of your 1 million people, only 10% of those people are purchase conversions. So like, let's say for example, you target a lookalike 1% purchase, yada, yada, yada. Facebook shows a potential reach of 1 million people. Okay. Just doing this for example, easy math. That's 1 million people. But when you target and select that little conversion option and we select purchase, when you select that purchase conversion, Facebook then takes that 1 million people and figures out who are those people that are going to fit in that conversion purchase bucket. It might be 10%, so 100,000 people. Okay, so Facebook has 100,000 people to target. Well, out of those 100,000 people, each day Facebook has to feed out that ad on their phones. Okay, what if one person out of that 100,000 people don't check their phone all day except 1 minute of night? Okay, that's a super competitive spot right there for that particular person from an ad perspective versus somebody who's on their phone all day who gets served multiple different ads all day. So you got to look at something like that. So ads, Facebook already has a difficult problem with feeding out your ads to all those people. So you'll start to notice that it might start to target some of the same people that's already targeted. This is why we do not do retargeting campaigns anymore, because we're noticing in our top of funnel campaigns is that Facebook, if you look at reach versus impressions, reach is unique people we reach, and impressions is how many times they've seen that ad. So like, let's say for example, we might have a reach of 1, we reach 1 person, but impressions of 4. We know that's a frequency of 4 because we've served that person, we've hit that person 4 times with impressions. Okay, might reach 100 people and have 200 impressions. So we know that we have a frequency of 2x because we reach 100 unique people, but we serve 200 impressions, so 200 unique hits. So long story short, that's how creative fatigue drops down. Facebook is struggling to find people with that particular ad. So we create a new ad, and we create a whole new ad or whole new creative, and we push that out. And when we push that out, it reaches either new people or the same people, but it reaches those same people, and it kind of also, like, in a way retargets them in a sense and reminds them to come purchase. And also too, it might answer objections and questions they might have, and it might also even appeal to them in a different way that the first ad didn't. You also, let's say for example, out of, I don't know, let's just say out of 100 people, 50 of them like ad 1 and the other 50 like ad 2. Well, ad 1 got the attention of those 100 people or those 50 people, and then ad 2 got the attention of those other 50 people. So you reach new eyeballs with new ads as well, because it appeals to new people. So that's why, like, when we're scaling, like, it might involve just different ethnicities in the ads that are in the ads, different colors, different things like that, different genders, different age groups. Like, all of that helps with overall scale, because it allows Facebook to serve those people with those respective genders, ethnicities, and races and things like that. So yeah. So basically, your ad's dropping, your performance is dropping because of ads, your performance is dropping because of creative fatigue, and you simply just need new ads. Don't start audience testing, don't start retargeting, don't mess up your ad account at all. Just test new ads, find a new ad, and let things pick back up. That's why I stress testing 3 new ads every single week. All right, guys, hope y'all enjoyed this little Q&A. Definitely fun. So really hope you all guys liked it. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure that like button, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'll make another post. Every now and then I'll probably drop a post, just, hey, Q&A, which you guys want to see. And you guys can put a bunch of comments on it. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Nick Theriot. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.